All of the early mornings and late nights,
coming home after an exhausting hunt,
putting in all the extra work, even when people aren't watching.
and just wanting to crawl into bed, but you sit down and you clear your SD cards and you organize your footage.
It's all the little things and all the things that add up to be successful.
And you pack your bag for the next morning just to lug in another 50-pound bag just at the chance.
It allows me to go out there and do what I love and show everyone that just being an average person, you can put in a little bit of extra work or a lot of extra work and you can get something out of it.
The chance of sharing a story like the stories we're about to share.
Really, you can pretty much do whatever you set your mind to as long as you grind. Today is July 8th, and I know that I said before in the last video here that I wasn't going to be checking cameras until August, but I do have a camera that I'm running on video mode over a mineral block here, and I need to usually switch the batteries out every 3 weeks in it because there's so many deer that are hitting it and it's taking so many videos. It does suck that I'm coming in here as frequently as I am, but it's pretty easy access, and when I do get bucks here, I get a really good look at them, and I'm not missing really anything. I mean, I've got the best videos, and you can just see exactly what every deer is and judge the age. You can tell its attitude and everything by some of these videos. So we're gonna switch this one out here today, and unfortunately in the first episode I didn't really show any pictures of bucks, and I know you guys want to see some pictures of bucks, so we're gonna show you guys some pictures of bucks and some videos of bucks here in this video. Unfortunately, after the first round of card pulls, we really didn't have a whole lot to write home about on the cameras, but there is one buck in particular on a property that we can hunt, and it's big. It's really big. I don't really know. We haven't named it, but I'm thinking just calling it like the triple beam buck. It has 3 beams on the one side. 2 of them are almost 2 full sides. So haven't seen a picture of him recently, but the beginning of June he was already looking like he was going to be a monster. And then there's just a couple other decent ones here and there. I mean, a couple that looked like they'd be pretty big, but maybe only be 8 pointers, 10 pointers, nothing too crazy. And then unfortunately here at the food plot we haven't really got anything crazy. A couple solid bucks, but hopefully there's some nice ones this time around. So one of the other big things that I'm super excited about is I've been out filming some bean fields. We've been driving around a little bit, trying to scout, trying to find some big bucks, and we have found some really nice bucks out doing that. The one was at the beginning of June, and it already had potential to be giant. So pretty excited to see that deer again, hopefully somewhere down the road, and a couple of the other ones that we filmed too. But other than that, we're probably gonna give it a little bit of a break and maybe do a little bit more filming out in the fields here. But I'm gonna be gone quite a bit here in the next month or so, and a lot of other stuff going on. So after this break, we're really gonna start trying to dial in where we're gonna be going, what deer we're gonna be chasing after, getting stands up, stuff like that, and just finishing up the last couple things before deer season. So we'll see how that all goes, and I'm just praying to God that we can find a big buck to chase and get us excited. Hey guys, we're back here in the saddle, and we took a little bit of time off from getting ready for hunting season. Did some other things, and you know, I'm just itching for hunting season to start. Got about a month and a half before I'm probably gonna have a bow in the hand, and we might get out and help some of my siblings try to get some deer during youth season. So not a lot of time left until season starts here. Really, it's the 1st of August, and I'm going to be starting my bow season in Minnesota September 15th, and that's roughly when the Iowa youth season starts as well. So we've been out doing some filming in some bean fields and just driving around trying to find some bucks. You know, things have actually gone really good for us this year. We've located a lot of really good deer, and surprisingly, most of the big ones that we found are actually in locations that we can either hunt or that I'm hoping I can get permission to hunt. So tonight we actually just went out and drove around a little bit and saw, I think, 4 or 5 different big bucks, and unfortunately we weren't able to get footage of the one. It was only about 20 yards away from the truck, couldn't get the camera on it in time, and it ran up over the hill. But other than that, we got some pretty good footage of the other bucks, and one of those spots in particular, I'm actually pretty confident that we can get permission to hunt that, especially during youth season with the kids. So if those deer stay on that same pattern until youth season opens up, I'm going to be really happy about that. So the other thing that I just did today was I ran around and I checked all my trail cameras. So I haven't checked any trail cameras since early July, and left everything for about a month. Some of my cameras sat for a little bit longer. So I just went out and checked all these cameras, and we have some target deer to chase finally. There really wasn't a whole lot after that first month and a half of running the cameras, but we do have some nice bucks now. We've got a couple familiar faces, deer that we call digits. He showed back up again, and he is looking awesome this year. With the last couple pictures that we have of him, looks like he's pretty much done growing. Just going to harden up and lose that velvet now, and that's definitely a deer that's at the top of the hit list. We got another deer. I've been calling him the triple beam buck, and after I checked the cameras the first time and put him back out, we did get a few more pictures of him, but they were pretty early on, and then for about a month haven't seen him. So kind of just waiting on him to show back up on camera, and then besides just a couple other onesies and twosies in that area, there's crab claws, who, if any of you have been following along with the channel, we found both of his sheds last year, and definitely looking forward to seeing him this year. We haven't had any summer pictures of him for the last 2 years, so I'm not really too worried about him. I think he will show up, but it's just going to be a matter of time. So other than that, there's one other property that we hunt. Last year we really didn't spend a whole lot of time there, but we do have a couple big ones that are hanging out there this year. So I might pull a camera and put another camera in there, get another camera set up in there, see what's going on there, but things are looking pretty promising in that spot. And to be honest, there really isn't a bad spot here in northeast Iowa, but I'm trying to figure out where some of these bigger bucks are at and try to spend our time in the more high percentage areas. So that's what we're doing right now. We're just trying to get everything narrowed down and trying to figure out where we're going to spend some time. Hopefully, you know, we can really get onto some of these deer. I haven't really singled a particular deer out yet and started to try to break everything down because everything's just been so random and so sporadic. But hopefully, as this next month and a half goes by into deer season, we can kind of put the pieces of the puzzle together and, you know, just kind of talk you guys through it, talk about what we're doing. Hopefully I can help actually break this down and teach you something, but I'm learning right now. I'm hoping you guys are learning, and we're just gonna keep the ball rolling and, you know, try to get on some of these deer. Hope you guys enjoyed this week's episode. It definitely was an exciting one. Finally starting to see some big bucks here, and it's only gonna keep getting better. I mean, hopefully some of these deer get shot, we can put our hands on them.